Really? Yeah.
Mostly.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But at the end of the day, we still make good old beautiful engagement rings.
For sure.
Yeah.
Stay on the phone for this one.
Straight to the heart.
I know.
It always works.
It does.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
It's like you grow up with dolls and then engagement rings all wrapped up into one psyche, and then it turns into one day you're sitting at a jewelry store and you're trying on diamonds.
And that's the one.
Yeah.
And that's the one. You know exactly the one that's going to be right for you.
Exactly.
I was the same way. I wanted to. Mine is traditional, but it's a yellow diamond. So it's a little special, but very traditional.
But still classic.
Yes. And I wanted to show you something else. You mentioned you like a gradation of color.
Yes.
Take a look at this beautiful line bracelet. This is a rainbow of sapphire. And this just really kind of shows, you know, literally the beautiful color story that sapphire can bring. Look, going all the way around. It is all set in 14 carats of yellow gold. You've got over 7.5 carats of genuine sapphire, starting with a beautiful soft green, going through the blues. You've got more of the violets. As we move on through, you've got the yellows, the oranges. This is stunning.
Again, really, you know, like the beauty to me is this juxtaposition, positioning.
Yeah, position
of these stones. You know, that gradiently they move from one color to the next, and then we've matched them all to really move into a logical, aesthetical order.
Wow.
Sapphires are corundums, and sapphires come in all colors.
All colors of the rainbow.
Right? They're not, and then the rarest of corundums, the rarest of quote-unquote sapphires, is the ruby. And the ruby has a name of its own because of how rare it is. But it is a sapphire just like the other stones.
That's very true.
There's also one very rare sapphire, is the paparazza, which has that
orange,
lotus orangey, mesmerizing color. Same thing. You can have paparazza for $500, and then you can have one for $100,000.
Yes, we want the 100,000.
That's what
we want the look of that.
That's what we're shooting for.
That's what we want. That's the idea. That's the aspiration.
Ideally, yes. So how do I pull the colors as close as possible to what they should be in an ideal state without skyrocketing? Because if we were not controlled by budget, we would literally present, you know, like the craziest stones. But I gotta say that everything that we've shown tonight, to me, has all the trademarks of fine jewelry in looks, in color, in craftsmanship, in everything about it. It just passes that line.
Yes. And you will see it from the moment you put it on. All princess cut, all bezel set, which means these had to be placed perfectly so they lined up right next to each other. And true, throughout the entire channel. And when you see that it's a rainbow around your wrist, which means you put this bracelet on and you never have to take it off because it's gonna go with everything that you're wearing. It's gonna look great with every ring, with every other stone, because you've got that beautiful color working through. It's gonna look great next to your watch, or if you just decide to wear it alone. And if you do want something, as we were just talking about, classic and traditional, but with a little something extra, that's what this is, because it's a line bracelet that's classic and traditional,
and that's
with a little something extra.
That's why you still see lines bracelets in every form, is because it is something you can wear on and off forever.
Yes.
Like the biggest mistake, what's really problematic when people are getting into higher price points is like it becomes a really sort of a lifelong decision. You know, it's like, wow, this is it.
Yeah.
So how do we create something that gives you a little bit more flexibility, allowing you to build a collection in a sort of broader sense, while keeping and preserving sort of that timelessness that you need your jewelry normally to have, at least your precious jewelry. Everything else, you can play around with it a little bit. You can have like 50 rings, you know, at $40. It's not as committing. When we're talking about these pieces, how do we find the right balance between the commitment, the value, and the wearability?
That's very true.
Right? Because I'm gonna buy this bracelet, $1,500 or $1,600.
Yeah.
5 flex pay, 317.99. But I want to be able to wear it. Because if I wear it for a very long time,